let's get back to it. Really close. To being able to actually craft stuff. You need a compressor though. For a compressor, Exertus core plate. I just want to look at these recipes without issue. Recipes I needed to look at? No, I needed to look at the circuit recipes. SOC wafers. Cyan. Don't have cyan. To go teach that. No, those can also take SOS. These take the better SOCs. Or yellow lenses. I can at least get that set up. Damn it. Hoping that would bring down the number of machines. I kind of like it when search boxes use absolute to start with. So if you put in a space, it will search for stuff with the space. I feel like that should mean absolute. Let's see. I do need to teach it Electrum. That in a mixer. From copper, titanium, osmidium, iridium, E, alloy, oxide. guess silver and lead. Those plumbed into the system. There's my other tape plate. Of copper. Funny. Copper. And copper, tin, lead, silver, gold, iron. Yeah, might as well have both. Because I think there is something you need bronze powder for. Thought there was. Maybe not. Okay, maybe I don't need to mix bronze at all. Furnace. The way this system's set up, I can just throw stuff in and then it will get put back in the system. Did have a drive for bronze. Need a blast furnace for aluminum, stainless steel, titanium. Well, titanium will need blast chiller, but that's fine. Blast chiller on the system for chilling stuff. I think I'm out of space, right? Yeah, I need to set up another. Feel that 16x battery buffer down here that I'm not using on the Pyrolos yet. Actually, this might not have been the right spot for the Pyrolos, but eh. Yeah, I could just take it down for now. I do need to figure out a better or a faster wrench. That's where the next row will start. Yeah, I'll need to put the plug on like the inside. This needs to be bolts. I think I'm going to need bolts before anything else. Lens. Left 32. I'd add another 16 channels to this. I'm going to have to do this line, and then when I start the next line, I'll have to bring in another data line from the controller. Yeah, compressor. This is easy. Might as well just go ahead and order the 12. Or Enderium. Recipe for Sturgis quartz plate. Rod. Lathe. Yeah, lapis plate has to go in the cutter. You need a compressor recipe for lapis block. Machine yet. Shit. UV cutting machine. Cutting machine and add that to the system. Yeah, so this laser. Yeah, I wish you could nickname interfaces and then they'd show up with different names than the machine they're pointing at. Patron. This is where I'm going to actually start needing bandwidth. Power. One thing I've noticed is if you're using one battery buffer to feed a bunch, you only have 16, basically 16 channels of power. Compressor up and running. and bolts. Screw. Let's see. Polyvinyl. Polyethylene. And polytetrafluoroethylene. Iron dust in the system. At least get something. Trying to get. I also am trying to get patterns in ones that I know have specific things. Oh, that second macerator, because it's reading a macerator that's over there, and it keeps tripping me up. All right. I'm gonna keep requesting more patterns. I'll have to do sheets at some point. Or no, those are okay, plates and sheets. But plates are used for actual circuit boards. Bolts. Fine copper wire. Three. Oh, but I don't have a wire mill, do I? That's pretty produced. To a pattern that I still need a machine for. All right. That's most of that one. This one. Red alloy, fine tin one. SOC, which needs the cyan. Go make still. Red alloy bolts. Shooter. Alloy. Duct. Quartz cutting knife. Alright. I'll check that. I'll try that out here. Ooh. Into a mixer. Okay, there should okay. So quartz cutting. Quartz 2-6. What was that? That was the file and the hammer. Might as well go back over to the other base now. File. Where did my hammer get to? There it is. I might also see about this. I might as well just grab all my tools. Let's see, what else did I need? I needed cyan lens. That one. Chem bath. One. Yeah. This. The yellow one. I won't need that again. One is it? Second to last. And dye. And lens. What else did I need to produce while I was here? I don't think there was anything super important off the top of my head. Coming back for tools. Maybe I need my clipboard again. Oh yeah, that's why I'm not using a clipboard. It got destroyed. I had a clipboard for writing notes on, and then it randomly got destroyed. hard were these to make? At least the system knows it all. But I left my screwdriver. This is the part I really dislike about Greg Tech is the tool craft. The crafting that requires tools. I'm all for setting up way too many machines. I'm just going to take this all with me once it all shows up. Take that long to get me a bolt and a screw. Man, this is pretty slow. Oh, I should set up a multi-smelter at the new base. That's something I'll work on. Of course, I don't have room for everything right this second. There we go. Make myself a new clipboard, and then I can hopefully not forget stuff as easily. There we go. Hopefully that can help with doing stuff between bases. All the tools in here for now. Sharpen this gear. Run this through the lathe real quick. My cutting saw. That's stuck in. That should finally kill these. On 1% durability. But already recharged once. I'll have to look into. Gotta make the quartz cutter. Need another laser engraver. I already know I'm going to build out here. I might as well just put them down. Active, 2 speed modules. Active, 2 speeds. And okay, make the quartz cutter and see if that works. The only thing I find sad about this version is they don't let you make some things out of emerald like you could in the previous Greg's Tech version. Because I'd make a bunch of tools out of emerald because you could make pretty much infinite emerald from the start of this pack, either version, by just getting enough villagers. Okay. That one doesn't need it. Rooter needs to be yellow. Yellow lens. Lens. Plate solidifier. If there's anything else right this second that needs a specific name. But yeah, nope, that will help. I need a wire mill. That's the next machine. So yeah, thank you, that random gamer, for that suggestion. Tool bag. Up here. Yeah, okay, so now they are the new. Yep, that does work. So even if I take everything out, I'll remember what's in them. And I can name them on the floor. Wire mill. Let's see, LV. Now I need the simple SOC. I'm going to use the phosphorus doped wafer recipe. That one goes the cyan lens. Okay, now I need to actually start cutting them. And I'm going to use the distilled water recipe. Need, what was it, lapis plate? Closer. Electrum. We're putting electrum ingot. Because yeah, I'll have to look into the whatever the multi-smelter is, because I might need, instead of running a bunch of random electric furnaces. Plus I think I still gotta make it for a quest. Yeah, the multi-smelter. Recover waste from machines, but I must. What am I? I do need to set up a blast furnace, but I'm half tempted just to take one from the other factory. But I'm worried about taking one. I need to make sure I take one that's not. To just set up another one. Well, no, I can actually make HSSG coils, can't I? Carbide, Lincoln. Yeah. Oh, but I need an IV assembler. I do already have some. Could get the parts for a blast furnace. Yeah, work towards that. What else do I need? I got the lathe, I got the metal bender, furnace. No, this is the last thing I need for basic production. I have almost all the basic machines. Now this is actually starting to turn into a real base. Slowly creeping towards the ability of actually having it self-expand. That is relying on the other base for at least the parts for um ME. Then from there I'll step up the parts for the actual machines. I can actually have IV IV production, and then I can start stepping into LUV, ZPM, and do the large multi-blocks. Still annoys me that this isn't on the right line, beyond the ZPM line. I also need to make the other types of superconductors. Not looking forward to this one. Enriched Nequadria, Titanium, Europium, Duranide. Rhenium, Adria. Yeah, at least have IV coils. But I need to also still set up actual stellar alloy production. Because I have the space chickens, I just haven't set up the actual processing of them yet. But working towards it. Well, done. This one I'm going to full send on the speed upgrades. Because this can actually, wire actually outputs a decent amount of stuff. When it really gets going. Power. Waiting on 4 lapis. Lavatron crystals. I thought I ordered all 12. Oh, did these break? %1 durability. Just want these to wear out. Because I was trying not to trash stuff. And upgrade those finally. See how much raw power I can actually get out. Okay, wire mill. And wire needs circuit pattern 3. Oh, I need to put that on blocking mode and give it a card. I put it in here. I have a circuit condition card left? Or am I going crazy? I might be going crazy. I put it in a dumb bag. Those pieces. At the blocking mode. Still alive and running. Are we gonna fill back up and trip over? Yes. You at least one. No, you're still in 2 durability. Because I have the HSSG rotors and the IV parts upgrades for those. Waiting on the last ultimate rotors to break. How much IV power I can get out of them. Because it'd be nice if it was over an amp, but I'm expecting it to be about an amp. If it's over an amp, then I might have to get the bigger dynamos. Chips for those. Alright, while I'm waiting, I'm going to take a break here, and we'll be back. What was I waiting on? I needed these things. This in the wire mill now so I can use it. Now I need to be... The next big thing I need is wafers and blast furnace. Wafers and blast furnace production, which are both the same thing, but I might build 2 blast furnaces. Yeah, I do need the really nice blast furnace so I can run more HSSG faster. I'll need it for both the new turbines and probably more coil blocks. Yeah, I should just start ordering them. I think I need another... What do I currently for ME? Items. I need another fluid. Actually, I probably don't need another fluid. Okay. I do need... I will need better energy hatches at one point. See how bad that mucks up the other system. Because if I can get those, then I can drop a IV blast furnace with HSSG coils. Don't remember how many I need. I'm running three. What is it? Yeah. I'm running 3 hatches, or 3 input IOs. 3 IO. That's the best way to put it. 2 energy. A 11 heat proof. Hopefully that's right. I kind of miss. There was an old version of applied energistics that you could actually look in the energy acceptor and see how much power and everything you were running on your system. And I kind of like doing that just to see how weirdly complex the system was. Because when you do a good job actually hiding stuff, you actually lose track of how gigantic your ME system can actually become. Like, I'm hiding drives right now. That would take up a decent amount of space otherwise. Keep teching up. I get stellar alloy set up, and then I can start trying to mass produce ME controllers. Because I've collected all the ones I can from quests. Built the one that I need to build to get most of them. Okay. Blast furnace is building. I mean, the hopes would be that the blast furnace is fast enough that I won't have to deal with things. I realized I should do... Maybe I shouldn't do ME hatches on the blast furnace. I can't really... Really nice if there was just an interface bus. Don't know if I've seen that in Greg Tech. Quests. It just stocks it. These just stock. Be like a crafting bus that holds recipes. Those are parallel hatches. Those are just how much processing, how many processing recipes can run at the same time in the machine itself. Void cover. Ape. Steel screw. Vector. Gold weighted pressure plate, iron plate. Might have to play around with that. Yep, those are on rest mode again. Let me guess, they're still got durability. At least those ultimate rotors hold up when you're not using them non-stop. Yeah. I think I have a bunch of buses, or hatches and buses over here that I wasn't using. No need to make more. Might need a fluid out at some point, but this is good. Still need structure glass for something. I should look that up. I just left a bunch of structure glass there that was from a tank I dismantled. Okay. Started in this corner. Yeah, I have this fired up. Good. To work. Oh, this is output hatch. That needs to be an input. I still need the muffler too. Still find it funny that the air sigil is faster than creative flight. Yeah, flight and immunity against all fall damage while I'm wearing this set of armor. I need to switch this. Got my sword out. Fluid input. Which I will have to do something weird. I'll have to figure that out when I actually go to run this thing. If I'm going to run fluids, I might just fill it and have it just run nitrogen or something. I mean, you are supposed to be able to split fluids in this version onto a different side from the items. I can figure out how that works. Twelve Lavitron crystals. I don't know why I haven't gotten the last 4. I have to go dig through the logistics pipe system again. I get away from it completely. I'm slowly working my way there. Trying to also get to this, being able to make the program circuit card in this system. That is very important to how this is building out. Then why do you have to be such a nightmare? Every time I've looked into Greg Tech in the past, I've always seen people lamenting about the resin. And there, I know there's floating out there's a flow chart for resin. Somebody came up with was like, this is the best way to make resin. But then every time you play a pack, if you grab that flow chart, you'd have to make sure it works in the pack you're playing. Otherwise, you'd have to modify it. Or that's the case for this pack. Hun 617 durability left. Okay, I feel like I'm missing a bunch of stuff, so let's go see what's up with the other system. Back on the furnace array. Okay, what are you crafting? You're doing the phytogenic isolators that I've been missing. My phytogenic isolators have been. Okay, so that's just waiting on electric. So it's more speed upgrades waiting on electrical steel. That's the mod. Waiting on LV machine frame. Waiting on steel. Steel is not here. What parts of steel aren't here? Not much. A piece of iron. I'm pretty sure the system is pretty much at its limits. I'm glad I'm finally at the tipping point where I don't really need to add to it to make progress. I've finally gotten to the point that most of the progress can start being made by the other factory. This one doesn't need to expand anymore. Okay, now you are still missing how much steel? 7? That's the reason why there's so much wrought iron in this damn system. Hasn't been running correctly. Don't think it's by any fault of my own. Yeah, I need to get an arc furnace and start teaching the other system all these basics. I think I should probably... I need to wait for some of the stuff to push through. Electrical steel still going. This was supposed to get to stabilized redstone. Why isn't the stabilized redstone getting to where it needs to be? Used up a lot of iron. At least that's full again. Grab a tank of it for the road. I want to get to the point that I start building this out in the other base. The new version of the redstone loop. I need to get, and I'll need to get the uranium loop back up and running. But that's for after I figure out how much the new power system is going to make me. Because this is what's been holding up my phytogenic isolators. You're idle. You're just glowing for no reason. Grab the parts for vacuum freezer, right? Yeah. Got like 2 vacuum freezers worth of parts just sitting around. the other bay or in one of my bags. Structure glass actually became something else, right? You are needed for the phytogenic isolator. And mana glass. That just a buffer tank? Dump this back in the system for now. Valves aren't used for anything. Tank wall. No. Only used to make flowers. Okay, so whenever I dismantle a tank, I need to dump its structure glass back into the system. Half tempted just to make a cube and shunt all the chicken stuff over there in its own cube. To rub my face on the wall. Sodium? Yeah, you're sodium persulfate. A big tank of it that I've barely ever touched. I will have to set up new refining. I feel like I should take this cube and oil cube and switch them over, but it would be such a headache. I just need to find new places for new things. Everything. Us. The logistics bridge wasn't an issue. I'd be using it to have the ME system autocraft over here. Did I order that many? Seems like an excessive amount of lapis rods. This is also missing to stabilized redstone. I feel like this stuff isn't getting fed. It was out of redstone, destabilized redstone. Yeah, this is why I want to hand this over to the new system as soon as possible, because this just makes a mess. That one looks like it's actually getting its fluid. That's definitely not. Gotta put back these copper cables still. Can't walk away till I do, otherwise I'll forget. Maybe it will run still. Hopefully it won't get messed up quite again right this second. I think I solved everything that I came over for. Yep, there's the isolators. There's the muffler. LUV. 5,800 Kelvin. Blast furnace. No other people say EBF. I like blast furnace. I'll set up wood production at some point when I actually get around to working with the oil. Oh, yeah, I did already put heavy oil in here. Set up the pyrolysis oven. Let me pull out another P2P tunnel. Oh yeah, I haven't burrowed down yet. Where's my shrinking charm? Oh, it kicked me out. Funny. There we go. P2P tunnel. New one. Bread. I've got a piece down here I'm not using. There you go. Alright, 32 channels to work with. We have blast furnace. And red sand. Waiting on an I didn't order an IV. Battery buffer. Never set them up either. Ah, yeah. Or tungsten wire. Oh, I did set it up. Short on vanadium, though. No, it doesn't need to be extreme. Mature fiber reinforced. Not to Lapatronics yet. Or Lapatronic orbs. Pretty easily. Have to start doing some more complex stuff. Everything. The energy capacitors for the substation. But I can't make that till I get LUV started. Iridium. I don't know. We'll see if a substation actually does good. I might play around with one. capable of holding up to 8 players. Batteries. But you can extend this up? Okay. Yeah, I might be making that. That's figured out. Silicon I still need. What did I use? Phosphorus. Doped wafers. Oh, I do need nitrogen. Silicon, phosphorus, gallium arsenide. Blocks of silicon, one quadria ingot, gallium arsenide dust, argon. Oh, yeah. Good stuff. Yeah, so this a nitrogen good fluid export bus. Guess I don't. This has a special condition. This is blast. There it is. And even holding the right thing. Nitrogen gas. Fire. I already added nitrogen to the system. Yep, looks like it did. Or at least it bypassed the storage cell. Oh, there it is, nitrogen. Yep. But I should probably put an acceleration card on this. To give this a recipe and see if it works. Hoping that once I get this system set up, it will be slightly faster. Oh, I still need the battery buffer. Did order it finally right? Yes. I might as well just use the one I have. Okay, this thing will need 4 batteries. If I remember correctly, each of these hatches can pull 2 amps. And then smack it with a plug. This is definitely going to draw power. Phosphorus doped. Silicon, gallium arsenide, phosphorus dust. That's tiny. I need small. Gallium arsenide. There we go. That's what you should be making. One. Silicon. Press. Gallium arsenide. All things that I gotta stock. Got the wrong tool. I haven't programmed any of those yet. Good to know. Arsenic. On in there. Storage drives. Getting closer. They're full. Be breaking soon. And I need another battery box and some more batteries. For those. Oh, let's see. I need a cutting machine. I'm gonna pull these all over. No, I can't do that yet. I don't have titanium over here. I do 4 X's. Oh no, I still need stainless steel, and I still gotta teach it how to make copper cable. Okay, I gotta take a break here, and then we'll be back.